This morning, folks in the Mount Vernon area hoping the downtown area and nearby neighborhoods will be spared from near record high flood levels.
The mayor there has declared a civil emergency, and some people living in West Mount Vernon have already evacuated their homes. King 5's Kira Fallon is there this morning to tell us what the situation is right now. Kira, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, so the river has already crested, which is good news, but not before the flood wall actually let some of that water in. So I'm walking in this right now. You can see if I walk over closer to the wall, some of these areas where the water is actually leaking through. And we did at one point get a look over the wall, and we saw maybe the water was at about this level. It's a little hard to tell when you're looking over the wall, but still all this water is here right now. But again, the good news, the water levels are cresting. So Mount Vernon's flood wall was actually completed in 2017 and is now being put to the ultimate test. So the mayor deploying the flood walls downtown and declaring a civil emergency. With the risk of severe flooding, the city advised that residents in the west part of the city evacuate their homes. So nervous residents have already been out this morning to peer over the wall and take a look.
If the river were to get to about 38 feet, it would be about flush with the top of the wall. And so, right now the prediction of 37.6 has us thinking maybe we should add the extra 3 feet as a precaution.
So again, the river has already crested at about 35 feet, so that's about a foot less than what was predicted. But for those people who have been advised to evacuate, they're still evacuated this morning. They're still recommending that they remain away from home, but they're not too far away. So the Red Cross has actually set up a shelter at Bethany Covenant Church here in Mount Vernon. We're going to continue to keep an eye on these conditions. All that water is still sitting on the other side of this wall, so we'll bring you more coming up in about half an hour. Live here in Mount Vernon, Kira Fallon, King 5 News.
All right, Kira, thank you. Let's get live to Carnation in King County between 80th and Snoqualmie Valley Road at Ames Lake Road there. It is definitely being impacted by flood water. You can see the water, though, receding. The pine needles there in the front of the screen there have been indicating the high water mark, but thankfully the water there giving us a break there in East King County.
The southbound lanes of I-5 near North Lake Samish Drive in Bellingham have reopened, but the northbound side is still closed after all of that flooding caused a landslide onto the interstate. King 5's Angelique Hockaday is there live to give us an update there. Angelique, good morning.
Maybe good morning. So as you said, those southbound lanes are now open in this area. We were actually managed to get around past the north of the landslides and then back through the south to just kind of get a look at what was going on. We did see still down trees off to the sides of the road, still definitely debris from those landslides yesterday, which is why I-5 northbound is still closed. There is still a concern for possible landslides. If you take a look behind me, traffic is just continuing to be backed up. This is starting right around Null Road, but when we came back down, traffic just seems to be really far back down. So there is, like I said, there is still a concern for more landslides. The next step this morning is crews will work to identify any danger to remove the obstruction. That's going to happen before any traffic is opened back up. Now, take a look at your screen from the scene yesterday. WSDOT says they actually used snow plows to remove the dirt and debris from the road. There were at least 3 landslides in the northbound lanes. 3 vehicles were damaged and 1 person suffered minor injuries. Now, WSDOT says there was 8 inches of standing water on the highway yesterday.
The whole western Washington, we're just record rainfall all over Whatcom County up where I primarily work, as well as Skagit County. It's just been nuts.
Now, there are no detours in place, so people are encouraged to avoid the area well into this morning. Again, traffic not opening back up those northbound lanes until those landslides is deemed safe. And like I said, there's no detours, and coming around this area, it's confusing to navigate, so your best bet is to just avoid the area. For now, reporting live in Whatcom County, Angelique Hockaday, King 5 News.
All right, Angelique, thanks for the update there.